2005, January 29, 2005, and then they later on did this articulation of the College of Education part of it to ARIGBBU. However, there was the unfortunate incident of maybe attempted scrapping or merger of the university in 2012, but one way or the other, the university was able to survive this. Today, we are talking about the adoption by the federal government. It didn't just come like that, and we must actually give kudos to the governor of the state, Prince Dr. ABAYOMI, because he actually engineered the adoption. And I want to thank the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Father Senator Bala Ahmed bin Tinubu, and the Minister of Education for the cooperation. You say the adoption, as contained in the statement, you see that when SOLARIN University of Education was a college of education, it was probably the best college of education, state college of education at that time, and the third best when you take all the colleges of education, federal and state. And so imagine as the first university of education in Nigeria, second in Africa. And of course, within a short time of its establishment, it has actually overtaken even the first in Africa, to the extent that Tasued is a reference point and a center of excellence in pedagogy and andragogy. So having the federal government taking over that type of university is actually something that is appropriate. The state government has done a lot to bring Tasued to where it is today. But you know, now we are having other universities of education coming up. And I think because Tasued seems to be like a pathfinder, a center of excellence, a reference university for other universities of education, it is just appropriate for it to have maybe more support in terms of funding, in terms of maybe infrastructure and so on. And I think
okay, before we go there, let me quickly ask this. Yeah. Will the takeover be gradual, or it will be a final takeover? How soon will it occur?
Well, already there is a pronouncement.
Yes.
Once there is a pronouncement, that is like you have a baby is born. So now the process of the final takeover is that there will be a sort of transition, you know, because now we have management in place, we have council in place, but the federal government and the state government, we are already working on the transition, the process of ensuring that nothing is affected during this process. So I'm in touch with the Minister of Education on this. Of course, we actually saw it coming. We knew everything how it started, and that's why I said we have to thank the governor. He has been on top of this from day one. And the implication of this is that Tasued will have the opportunity of, for instance, in terms of TED fund interventions. Before now, when you have two state universities, it's always alternated. In this case, between Olabisi Onabanjo and SOLARIN University of Education. Now, Tasued being a federal university will stand alone to get its own TED fund intervention. And that also has implication on Olabisi Onabanjo University, because that makes it possible for Olabisi Onabanjo University to access TED fund every year. So it is like what you call buy one, get one free. Okay. So the Olabisi Onabanjo University will also be impacted through this. And of course, you know, for the state, it's a matter of now even spending more money or more funds that will have also been used for Tasued on other tertiary institutions in the state.
Okay. What about plans to upgrade infrastructure and other things, like for it to meet the federal status?
Well, the university, like I said, you know, is a university of over 20 years standing now, and don't forget that it actually metamorphosed from a college of education. There were existing structures, but you know, for university you can never have it all. It's a continuous thing. So infrastructure there will be more infrastructure intervention. There will be more expansion of programs and so on and so forth. But Tasued will remain a university of education, that is a university with the focus on education as the program, and continue to chart the course for other universities of education that will be coming on board. So because of his number one position, he cannot afford to leave that position. So the takeover is just going to help to further improve infrastructure, improve relevance, improve visibility of the institution. So don't forget, it has made this name not only in Nigeria, even all over the world. Okay,
now let's describe, you already talked about the state of Tasued when this administration came in, right? You said a lot of changes have been made, you know. Now let's talk about the teachers now, the lecturers rather, and how soon, would you say now the federal government will now take over, or definitely the federal government will now take over the, what is it now? I'm talking about...
Yes. Funding.
Not just funding, yes, now, yes. Recruitment process.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So how will this take place?
Well, that is not even when the university metamorphosed from College of Education to university, it was more problematic. This one is, I mean, it's still a university, okay. So it's just the ownership that is changing. It's like you buy a car and then you sell it to somebody else. So federal government is taking over the management, administration, funding of the institution. So everybody's interest will be protected. Everybody should even be better for it, because what it means now is that whatever happens in other federal universities will happen in Tasued. Of course, even while it was a state institution, I mean, the institution has been able to prove its mettle and well respected in the committee of universities and tertiary institutions. So the takeover will just, Tasued will continue to be a number one university as it used to be. It's only the ownership that has changed, and then it becomes a federal university rather than being a state university. So,
the benefits of this to the communities?
Well, of course, you know, when you have a federal structure, you can imagine one expects that naturally a lot of things goes with that, because the funds available to the federal government is far more than what we have available to the state government. And of course, that's remember that the state government has about 9 tertiary institutions. So Tasued now being taken over by the federal government means the resources available for the state institutions is a matter of now spending what will have been spent on Tasued along now on other institutions, and Tasued will also get its own funding from the federal government.
Okay, now let's talk about the funding. Yeah. The salaries of the staff there. Yeah. How will that take shape?
Yes, just like it is done in all other federal universities that will be taken over by the federal government.
Okay, are you foreseeing challenges while this is all in the midst of all of this, and if you think there will be challenges, how do you think you will go about addressing it?
Yeah, like I said, I don't foresee any serious challenge, because this is like I used the similitude. I mean, that is like change of ownership. It is the ownership that changes. The institution remains where it is. The location is still the same, and that the staff there still will be there. In actual fact, more staff will also come in. The programs are there. Some other programs will also come in. So it's not really going to affect the institution negatively. Rather, it will actually be a positive development for the universities in terms of infrastructure, in terms of funding, and in terms of maybe access and influence in the committee of universities.
Okay, thank you so much for being here today to shed light on the conversion of SOLARIN University of University of Education to federal status.
Thank
we
you very
appreciate
much.
your presence.
Thank you very much. That's why
that was the State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor ABAYOMI ARIGBBU, on the recent pronouncement by the federal government that the SOLARIN College of Education, Science and Technology, beg your pardon, SOLARIN University of Education is now converted to federal status. We'll take a break. When we come back, the news will continue.